Give Brucey boy and his dog a new 10-year contract. Up the boys. Leicester match review. I'm joking, by the way. No contract for Bruce. Welcome back to Black and White Banter, everyone. It's Friday, hey, and Saturday, Sunday. I'm not going to sing this song. What a result. What an absolutely fantastic result that was. Probably this will be the most positive video I've done since I've been doing these YouTube videos. Absolutely fantastic. Jaw's still hitting the floor. I'm 4 beers in now. Make that another 4 by the end of the night just to celebrate a fantastic result for the lads. Who was the Champions League team tonight? Who was the team in the top 4? Because if I had never watched a football game before and I sat and watched that game and was asked which one of those two teams was right up there with the big boys, I'm only given one answer, and that's Newcastle United. So I don't think any of us expected that. I was very negative in my match preview, saying that I thought we were going to get beat after the Arsenal game where we pretty much run our holidays. I didn't expect too much. I expect a slight improvement, but wow. We have just gone to one of the best teams in the Premier League, scored 4 goals and pretty much given them a good hiding. Shout out to my friend Dean, by the way, if he's watching. He's one of the only Leicester City fans in the Newcastle upon Tyne area. Giving me a lot of shit in the build-up to the game, and he's very, very quiet now. So if anyone sees a Dean Burns kicking around Newcastle, please give him a slap on the back of the head for me and remind him of the result. So, I can't really fault anyone tonight. I'm just obviously going to go straight in with my positives to take away from that. First and foremost, I thought that Dubravka had a great game. I think he proved tonight, yes, he could have done a little bit better with their first goal. I think he went at it sort of at the wrong angle. He kind of went to, I don't know, he came across it with his hand. He could have just got a stronger palm on it. I don't know. I'm not going to focus on that too much though, but generally, great performance from him. He made a couple of key saves. There was the one from Fofana in the first half. The one from Perez in injury time where we were making it difficult for ourselves, but we'll touch on that in a second. But yeah, Dubravka was brilliant. I thought defensively we were pretty sound. For me, defensively, Fernandes stood out. I thought the first half, especially Fernandes, was absolutely brilliant at the back. No nonsense. Nice and calm on the ball. Nice and reassured. And yeah, definitely one of my favourite defenders for the club. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's first on the team sheet for me with a couple of others. Central midfield was better tonight. There was a massive outcry from me for John Joe Shelvey to be dropped for this game. I put a poll on Instagram and it was unanimous. People wanted him dropped. He put in a better shift tonight, and I'm not going to say that the result maybe he's smoke screened a couple of things. He was his usual self in terms of, how lax he is wandering around the field, but I thought he made decisive tackles, decent contributions in the right areas. A couple of his balls into the box were pretty decent as well tonight. So yeah, he was a little bit better. Joe Willock came in, thank God we all wanted him to, and Joe Willock was fantastic. I said about the last game against Arsenal, we needed someone to burst between the lines, to come from the central midfield area, sit on the edge of the box, but also be a willing runner from that central area. It's all right having Maximin and Almiron doing all the running in the wider areas, but we need a central figure to do that as well. It's very important in the modern game in my eyes, and Willock did that tonight. He was running the channels, he was up their arses, and his first goal was absolutely fantastic. Yes, their defender made an absolute howler of a mistake. So young, God knows what he was thinking of, but Willock still had to be up the lad's backside to nip it off him, get in and stay calm and collected with his finish. Yes, he got a bit of luck, but you deserve the luck sometimes when you get in the right positions. So I thought Willock was fantastic. Maximin was effective. I know I always say that if he's on form, we're on form. Maximin was up for it tonight. Massively behind the lines, as he always is. Problems here, problems there. Nobody wants to handle him. It's like shit. It's like hot potato with Maximin. If you touch him, you've got to drop him straight away because he's here, he's there. And he was good tonight. He was a massive catalyst for our midfield to get out. Matt Ritchie, I thought he was good tonight. Again, I've been a little bit critical of Matt Ritchie in a defensive-minded point of view because I don't think he's a very good defender in terms of position and blah, 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 the last couple of games. But tonight, faultless. He obviously got his assist for the Wilson goal when he pinged it around, and obviously Wilson ran through and tapped it in. So that was a brilliant ball. I don't know whether Richie got the cross in for Dummett's header as well. But yeah, it was a good performance from him. I think probably is the quieter player on the pitch that I was maybe a little bit disappointed with when everyone else was doing so well was Almiron. Again, I did another Instagram question for people to answer whether they actually thought he was a quality player or it's just because he works hard. Most people agreed that he's just a player who works hard. He's not really that great quality going forward. And I think when we playing well, I think Almiron's attacking quality shows a little bit in terms of he's lacking. And I think tonight, because we were so good going forward and so good at getting at Leicester, I think Almiron generally was quite poor. And sometimes he looked a bit lost. I think first 20 minutes, I barely heard his name mentioned. So, again, a bit of a funny performance from him. Callum Wilson, my God, you can shag my missus if you want. Happily, I'll set it up. I'll pay for the hotel room because you, my friend, are exactly what us Newcastle fans absolutely love. I mean, let's face it, Toon fans, Callum Wilson is a fantastic signing, and hats off to Steve Bruce for bringing him in. If he was his sign in the summer, then hats off to you, mate, because for 20 million, he's an absolute snip. He's always on the shoulder, always running the channels, knows where the goal is. He's got a hell of a load of pace to burn, as Castaga found out tonight for his goal, and he's just always there. He's a poacher. He's got the pace, but he's also a poacher. He's got a bit of Ruud van Nistelrooy in him in terms of like all of his goals in the 6-yard box, but he's also got that absolute. He can just turn the burners on. He can fantastic. So yeah, Wilson was brilliant tonight, and he got his 2 goals, both very well deserved, and both really good finishes, to be totally honest with you. And let's face it, Newcastle fans, I put on my Facebook at half time, we won 5. It could have been 5 or 6. You think about Maximin's missed chance. I mean, how he's missed that. I mean, fantastic save by Schmeichel, but we could have scored more tonight. So again, I'm going to keep saying it. Hats off to the lads, because that was class. We made it difficult for ourselves in the second half, which was a little bit disappointing. They got a goal, which was a decent strike. The Brav could have done better. But, you know, I'm texting me mate, the Leicester fans, saying, oh, it's giving you something to cheer about. I wasn't too asked about them getting the first goal. Decent finish. And then the second goal goes in. And you're starting to think, hang on, 4 or 5 minutes left. And then, my God, when Perez missed that sitter with about 3 minutes of injury time left, fantastic save by Dubravka. I'm like this. If Perez had scored that, I wouldn't have bet against us drawing that game 4-4. I really wouldn't, because we would have shit our pants. Let's face it, we would have had skids for days. So Dubravka saved us, I think, from having an awful ending to that match. But that shouldn't have got to that point. And I know there's a couple of Newcastle fans already since the game finished touched on Almiron getting taken off, Maximin getting taken off for the likes of Longstaff and Joe Linton. Yes, I didn't agree with it neither, but it's that catch-22 for managers, isn't it? You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to shut up shop to some degree, but I think when you're winning the way we were, and we were causing them so many problems, especially on a counter-attack, why take them players off? So I'm not about that. I'm more of the old Kevin Keegan mentality of attack is defence when you're in that position, when you're 3 or 4 goals up. That's just my opinion. So yeah, it was a hairy end, but we deserved the 3 points. And fair play to Brendan Rodgers. I've just watched his interview. He said as much. This game, he was asked about this being a shock, and he shut the journalist down, and he said, "Hang on, not a shock. Let's give Newcastle some respect. They were good tonight." So fair play to Brendan, because we were, and like I say, we looked like the Champions League team. I've had a couple of text messages tonight regarding Steve Bruce, and obviously, you know, I've got a couple of friends who are Sunderland fans, a couple of Mackhams, and they all saying, "Oh, I thought you wanted Bruce out, blah blah blah." Look, we've been better lately. Good against West Ham, good against Tottenham. Liverpool, you know, we were bad defensively, but again, we caused them a hell of a lot of problems. Who else have we played? Burnley, we looked okay in the second half, but I am not going to sit here. I'm going to say exactly the same thing I've already said in my WhatsApp conversations tonight. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think Steve Bruce is now doing a great job and I want him in charge. I do not by any means want that man in charge of our football club. Yes, we're performing better, But for me, after that Brighton game about a month and a half ago, we could not have got any worse. And let's not forget, this manager has been in charge for 2 years now. And yes, Maximin's been out for most of the season. Wilson's had his injuries. But that doesn't excuse what we've had to put up with. And all of these performances more recently are, to me, is like putting a lick of paint over a wall that's about to fall down. It's cracked a bit and it's going to blow over. But you put a nice glossy slick of paint on it. We do not want this manager long term. He's still a dinosaur. He's still riled us up with the things he said in press conferences over the last couple of months, criticising us, criticising our criticism of him when the statistics say otherwise. He's tactically inept, and for us to move forward as a football club, regardless of whether Ashley's in charge, he's not the man for us. And I'm not going to be one of them fickle fans who is totally blinded by the fact that we've played better recently. So I don't want to talk too much negative on this video, but I also want to make anyone aware who might be watching this who maybe now thinks that Bruce is the be-all and end-all and he's going to lead us on to greater things. Let's not forget what's happened in the last 18 months or so with him in charge, how bad we've been and things like that. Maximin is a fantastic footballer, we all know that. And let's not forget, Newcastle fans, our change in tactics and formation came when Graham Jones came in. That Everton game was the first game that we set up totally different to play, to suit our style basically, with the Almiron wide, Maximin wide, Callum down the middle. And it's pretty much stuck ever since. So he brought, I just wanted to get that out there, but let's enjoy tonight. I think that is pretty much us safe. I still can't believe what I've just watched tonight. It was a flawless performance almost, you could say, apart from them two goals. That's a bit of a shaky end to the game, but we were deserved winners. We are safe now, and I can say it. I'm going to say it. And my God, if Fulham go on to win every game between now and the end of the season, and we get beat between now and that Fulham game, every game, oh, I'm going to look like I've got egg on my face. But no, I see us picking up a couple more points. I think we'll beat Sheffield United at home. Hopefully I'll be there. I entered the ticket ballot today. Hopefully I'll be there so I can do a video at the stadium. I think we'll beat Sheffield United. Man City will dick us, let's face it. Man City and Man City. We don't expect anything next week. But I think we'll get something from our next home game. And then obviously it's Fulham. So I think we're safe, and I'm going to say it. I think Fulham don't have enough in their locker to win 4 matches off the belt. That includes beating us, obviously. So let's take this win tonight, Newcastle fans. Enjoy our weekend. Enjoy our beers tonight. Or Jaeger bombs. Let's toast the lads. That was a fantastic performance. Every single one of them deserves a pat on the back. And let's just go into the Man City game now as a bit of a free whip, crack of the whip. We didn't expect, we've picked up 7 points from 4 very, very, very difficult games. West Ham, Arsenal, Liverpool, Leicester. And we've got 7 points. I would have snapped your hand off. I would have literally gone down on you like there is no tomorrow for 7 points from them 12 games. So let's just enjoy it. We're in a fantastic position as to where we thought we would be after that awful Brighton game not so long ago. And let's get the lads back in the changing rooms, get them refreshed, have a go at Man City, try and hit them on the counter-attack, try and tie things up nice and tight defensively. And who knows, Leeds went there and won. Stranger things have happened, but it's a great weekend for us Toon fans, and we are safe, so we can slowly start looking at next season. And hopefully, and I'm not going to hold my breath at all, we might have been taken over, and God knows where we'll go from there. But fantastic 3 points. Callum Wilson, you can have me babies. Paul Dummett, dummy. Paul Dummetinho, you can have me lasses kids. Fantastic. Get the beers in. Enjoy your weekend. And as always, Newcastle fans, like, subscribe, and get us on Facebook and Instagram. Black and White Banter. It's Friday then.